Okay, so my testimony starts off, I grew up in Amman, Jordan as a missionary and a pastor's kid. My parents really loved the Lord, and their faith was always the same behind doors and in front of them, so they were great role models for me. But growing up, their faith was just theirs, and it never became my own, really. I always knew that the Lord was real, but I think I had a lot of anger and just felt unseen in my family because we had 5 kids. And it was just very chaotic living overseas, and I saw the brokenness of the world, but I didn't really understand the Lord and his character. So when I was younger, I just thought that he made the world and he was real, but then he kind of got dissatisfied with it and left. So there are many questions around his character and who he was. And then fast forward, we leave the field. We are in North Carolina, and my anger just grows against my parents and against God, and I really just start acting out. And after that, my anger just grew and ate at me. And then we moved to Alabama from North Carolina, and it was a very rural area. And at this point, I am like 15. I get very deep into drugs and alcohol, just looking for something to fulfill me because I didn't have the Lord at that point. And I got so deep into it, one night I almost overdosed. And that same night, my parents both had a dream of Jesus holding me and handing me to them dead. And at that point, my dad calls me and tells me, I come home, I hear it, and it was like something clicked. It finally made sense. Like, the Lord was real, he made the earth, but he also still cared, and he was still doing things. And so he started to work in my life. I repented, I never did drugs again. And then after knowing that, it spurred me on to go back on the mission field. So I got the chance to live in the Philippines and Central America for a couple months at both, and just tell people my testimony and what the Lord was doing in my life and how he completely changed me. And so that is my passion now, just to tell people about what the Lord is doing and that he's good, and that we don't have to question his character because he is so good.